Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Sweet and Simple Home. I haven't said that in a really long time. We have some major catching up to do, so I hope you'll grab your favorite beverage, get cozy, and we'll chat and catch up a bit. Okay, so the last time I talked to you guys, I think it was March 2023, so like a year and a half ago, and I never intended to be gone this long. But I'm gonna try to take this and boil it down to this. The first part was my job went from being 3 days a week, working in the library at my kids' school as the assistant, to being the librarian and working full-time. So the previous librarian got another admin job in the district, and so I was given the full-time job, and that's been a pretty major adjustment for me as far as like time, commitments, running a home, taking care of my kids with this full-time position. So that's the major reason why I haven't been here very much, is because I've been working full-time. The second reason is that we went from living out in the country, we moved to a house that we could find. It was all we could really get, to be honest. When we first moved here to Idaho in 2021, there was a huge influx of people coming from California, Oregon, Washington. I'm originally from Washington. So when we found the house, it was kind of like way out in the country, but at the time was just a 30-minute commute. Now, as the years have gone by since we first moved here, the commute went from like 30 minutes to like 40 minutes to an hour, and here we are spending 16 to 20 hours a week in the car, and nobody likes that. So we ended up selling our house out there in the country, and we had lived there 2 years at the time, so we were able to do that easily. The weekend we had it listed, we had an offer. So we thought we were just gonna rent in the city, and it turned out that we found a home in our budget that was just a total blessing. So we were able to purchase. It meant that we had to spend a little bit of time in an Airbnb in a temporary situation, but it was last October that we moved into this house that we're in right now. And so the interesting thing about this home is it is a new build. The reason why we were able to get it at such a great price was because builders built a ton of houses with the housing boom in 2021. And this one was built in 2023, and it wasn't selling, and it wasn't selling, and it wasn't selling. So they kept dropping the price and doing all these deals. And so we were able to negotiate down into our price range on this home. So it was kind of great. We're in a brand new home, and it's our first 2-story home. We've had homes before where there is a basement, but this one's actually like has an upstairs, which has been fun for my kids. They're definitely old enough now to have a house that has an upstairs. The big compromise we made in moving into town was that we don't have a backyard anymore, which my backyard out there in our country house was so pretty, and I really enjoyed having the cows and a little barn and all those things. But you have to compromise something in order to move into town. So that was the big compromise. We're really grateful that there's an awesome neighborhood park just behind our house though, so the boys go over there to play daily, and that's been working out great. In this home, the big challenge for me is that I had no hand in the design, in building it. Whereas when we built a new home back in Washington, I had to say, I could talk to the builder, I could pick out the cabinet I wanted or whatever. Here, someone built it and I got to move in with it brand new. It's got an established aesthetic, it's got this look about it, which I actually really like. It kind of has this sort of English row house style to it, which I like a lot. However, I'm like, this house doesn't need me. Like the last house needed me. You guys saw that house. It wasn't ugly, but I won't say that it was beautiful. And I always have said on this channel, I like to make things beautiful little by little. And this house was like already really nice. So I've been struggling to figure out who I am as a decorator in this house. And I feel like I'm just now starting to get that figured out, and we moved in October. So there's that as well. We'll just ignore the fact that my washing machine is running. If you're cool with that, I've really got to catch up on laundry. So hopefully you guys are cool with that. that is the long of the short. I'm working full-time as a librarian. We moved into a new house in the city and I'm working on getting settled. So as far as like having time to film, that's been really tricky, but also just like the kinds of things that I'm doing with my time are a little different. Like I don't find yard sales as appealing anymore because Saturday is like the first day I get to be home and like dig into my home. And I don't necessarily want to go out and go to yard sales, and a lot of people have their yard sales on Saturdays here. And so yeah, that's kind of been a bit of a switch up for me. Though I do find I go to thrift stores more because I can stop by a thrift store on the way home from work and it's still open. You know what I mean? So that's kind of been a game changer for me. And Facebook Marketplace, that's been great. I've found some really great pieces for this house on Facebook Marketplace. Do I have a plan for a very organized system for how to film and share content with you guys going forward? No. Just being honest, I don't. But I do hope that now that we're settled, now that we have this house, now that I kind of know my schedule more, I hope that I'll be able to share from time to time things about our new house, things that I'm trying decorating wise. I mean, I have a lot of cool things that I found in the last year and a half that I haven't been able to share with you because I haven't been filming, so I'd love to catch you up on those things. So I have some ideas about it. I'd love to hear from you guys what you're interested in this phase of life. I am in a different phase of life than I was when I first started this channel, and the channel sort of evolves with my life, as you all know. But we do try to still keep things sweet and simple. I still love to decorate, thrift, organize, live simply. Those are all things that I still very much love, very much want to share with you all. But I do hope that down in the comments, you'll let me know what you want, and then also tell me how you've been. Some of you, I just feel like we know each other through the channel because it's just been over a decade that we've been commenting back and forth and sharing. So let me know how you've been. I'd really love to hear. That is the updates of where I've been. We have our new city house here in Idaho, and I'm now a full-time librarian. I'm so grateful that I get to steward this beautiful library and share it with others. And I hope that you all are doing well. I do want to say thank you so much to people who have reached out either in message or comments, or even like through other people's social media. When I comment, you go, "Oh, Rachel," you know. It's been really sweet to hear from you all, and I'm grateful. So thank you all for your patience with me, for being so understanding with my absence, and being so kind in waiting for me to come back. I do hope that I can be a little bit more consistent than once every 1.5 years. I do so hope that we can connect more often. But you guys take care. Thank you so much for watching, and Lord willing, I'll be back with more soon. Bye.